So in this tutorial you are going to learn about how to write perfect prompts and what is the difference between normal prompts and perfect prompts. So let's dive into it. So let's open my whimsical account. So here I have drawn this chart for all of you guys. So let me explain what I did. You will get to know all the important things about prompt engineering, how actually prompt engineering is done, prompts, how normal prompts are actually written. In normal prompts there are basically three things that you need to consider. The first one is just only the characters, the second one is just the task, and the third one is, if required, then you can also include the tone. So that is just a normal prompt and it will provide a limited amount of resources and the responses. A perfect prompt, what you need to consider is, first you need to consider the required action. Second, you need to mention the persona. Third, you need to mention the character or persona or character or the role. Okay, you can take a screenshot about it, or I will provide it in my Notion page, don't worry. So just go download this page after watching this entire video. So what basically is prompt engineering, let's understand first, and then we'll be understanding with some practical examples. Okay, let's say you are a fashion designer. So what you can write is, imagine you are a fashion designer creating a collection for an upcoming runway show. Write about the inspiration behind your design and story that you want to tell through your clothing. So this is an example of a perfect prompt, or basically an advanced prompt. Let me zoom in. All right, very first and foremost thing that you need to consider is persona. Now what actually is persona? It is the primary audience or the secondary audience. That means the personality, or the character or the role model that you will be providing, like act as a blogger. As you can see over here, like imagine you are a fashion designer, so this is a role model or a persona. Okay, it's the character or the role that you want to input. Very beginning you need to mention that who you are, your role model. So these three are almost the same important thing. Now there comes the role or responsibility or impact on others. Let's say you are a blogger. In your blogging you are going to write some important information that can really impact others, that can really impact other people's knowledge. So at that time you need to mention the role. Okay, now the second thing that you need to mention, which is the context, that is the setting or the circumstances. Now let's get back into this example, which is, imagine you're a fashion designer creating a new collection for an upcoming runway. So this upcoming runway is the circumstance at this point. Circumstance or the setting is the entire structure will be based upon this important context. So this here, as you can see, for an upcoming runway, so this is the context, this is the situation. You need to mention the situation at this point. So this is the context. All right, let me zoom in. Okay, so then comes the task, which is the specific objective. So this is the most important thing, which is, let's say this fashion, let's get back into this fashion designer example here. Oops. Okay, so here write about the inspiration behind your design. So this is the task that you must enter. Without task, it is basically not even a prompt if you don't apply the task, if you don't mention the task properly. So this is the task, and then comes the format, like medium of delivery or the structure or the layout. Now let's say, for an example, this one, let's say you want your answer in point basis, or you want your answer within some paragraph, or you don't want your answer within point basis, just a simple paragraph. So you need to mention by you need to mention all those things. Now let's say I'll be considering about share a 5-minute workout routine. So here this will be based on 5 points. Okay, there will be 5 workout routines, and based upon that your ChatGPT or any other chatbot, AI chatbot, will provide the context, will provide the task information. So that will be the format, at what format you want to get your answer, right? And the fourth one is formality level or emotional impact. That depends upon if you want important tone. Okay, like let's say let's take an example over here. um Tone means how how does it feel to achieve the success. Okay, how does it feel to achieve the success and the competitive world of fashion. That means something like, at last you can say the prompt to be inspirational, or to be motivating, or something like inspirational or motivating tone. Okay, so something like that. Now let's say you are a manager, and you want to motivate your employees. So what you can do is, with a soft tone or a motivating tone, you can write a cold email to each, and not the cold email but email to everyone. So you can just add chat GPT for those. So these are the important things. There are some exceptional things, like you can also set these settings like bustling city center. These are just an example of the extreme information that you want to enter in your prompt. Now here the theme you can also enter, like where these things are happening, like the place. Now style, length, how long you want your answer to response to come. So these are some of the things that you need to know writing a perfect prompt. So let's check out some examples with that. Obviously it is really important to understand with some advanced level examples. Okay, so here I have written some persona based writing prompt. Let's say you are a travel blogger and you want to describe the most unforgettable travel experiences in a short narrative with reflective and awe-inspiring tone. So as you can see, this is the tone that you want to provide. So let me open my GPT. So here, for acting as a role model, you need to write act as a travel act as a travel blogger, and you can write over here like describe the most unforgettable travel experiences. Over here you can also add some tones. All right, like provide me the context, provide me the context or the response with a short narrative with reflective and awe inspiring tone. Right, so this is an example that I picked. Act as a travel blogger and describe the most travel experience travel experience. And with that, provide me the context, or provide me the context of the response with the short narrative with a reflective and awe-inspiring tone. So this is the tone that you have provided. Now let's see what ChatGPT gives us the response. Well, it have provided tons of things. So this is basically the prompt engineering concept. You can ask ChatGPT to narrow the conversation down. Always remember, if you have entered your prompt and it have provided this entire thing in a paraphrase way, please be specific. Please be specific. Okay. Okay, so it have provided some specific output. Well, it feels like the same thing. So this is what happens when you don't provide the actually required thing. Now you can be flexible at this point. You can write over. Now let me write over here. Provide me the um, output in a listing format. Boom, as you can see, it have provided the format in a listing format. So you can narrow the conversation down. Now you can do whatever you want, do the editing by yourself. That is one of the example that you can provide. Now the second example that I want to pick over here is, imagine you are a fashion designer. What I can do is I can just copy the entire text. What I'll be doing is I'll be copying the entire text and paste over here. Let's say you want to write a blog based upon that. Okay, this, imagine you are a fashion designer, this is the role that you have provided, and creating a new collection for an upcoming runway show. This is the context that you have provided, that means the situation that you have provided. Okay, so write about the inspiration behind your design. This is the task. Write about the inspiration behind your design. This is actually the task that you have provided over here, and the story that you want to tell through your clothing. Now here you can also do that. Here you can write, do this task with the motivating and inspiring tone. Do this task inspiring tone. As a fashion designer preparing for my upcoming runway, I'm fueled by an irresponsible urge to inspire and uplift. So this is one way to do that. There are tons of prompts that you can try. These are the specific things about prompt engineering. You need to express your persona, you need to express your character, you need your role model to be played properly. That means the responsibilities, context, that is the setting or circumstances. This 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these 7 things. So that's it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that bell icon, and it will be a very grateful thing to happen. So thank you so much.